What a weekend we had, my friends. You know, you had Roy Jones coming out, giving us a little concert. We haven't seen Roy Jones drop a rap song in such a long time. You had UFC Fight Night, Roman Tuedsay, Anthony Fluffy Hernandez, which absolutely was an amazing card. We've seen Elijah Smith give us one of the greatest knockouts since Rampage Jackson did to Ricardo Arona back in 2004. I mean, bro, Canelo Alvarez had his second child with his girl that he has right now. Now he has 5 kids all together, my friends. You know, with all the talk and steroid talk that's going on between Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Bud Crawford, forget about it, man. I'm just glad as a father myself to see Canelo Alvarez happy to have a healthy baby being born, my friends. And I couldn't be more happier for Canelo Alvarez. Congratulations on the blessing that you and your family just got, man. You know, despite everything that's going down in boxing, forget about it. There's more important things in life, and that's your family, my friends, especially everybody, my guys. And yo, from the Better BF versus Nicholson announcement to the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez announcement, it was an absolutely fantastic weekend in combat sports. And I'm telling you guys right now, this weekend coming up, boxing, UFC, MMA, it don't matter. If you're a boxing fan and you don't got nothing to watch on Tuesday, but you want to see some high level fights that so much is on the line, tune in to Dana White Contender Series fights on Tuesday night, ESPN Plus. 10 fighters are going to be competing to win a contract in the UFC, my friends. And not only do you have to win the fight, Dana White makes it clear all the time. He's like Turkey when it comes to this. You need to win this fight by knockout or an extremely wow fashion. It can't just be a boring fight. You know, you get the decision win. You ain't going to get a contract, my friends. That's why these Dana White Contender Series fights are so exciting. These guys, these kids, they go in there and they know that they got to put it on the line. And every single fighter who's competing in here is a highly ranked fighter. You got the #1 fighter from Australia, George Mangos, who's going up against the #2 fighter from Western Canada in Rally De Silva. I mean, all highly ranked fighters. And then for boxing, you got Moses Itauma this weekend taking on Dillian Whyte, which is going to be an exciting heavyweight fight I can't wait for. And then Ray Ford is coming back. Nick Ball versus Sam Goodman, 2 over-the-pump fighters that are going to put it on the line, who like to chunk it. It's going to be an extremely exciting card. But not just that. At nighttime in Chicago, UFC 319. I just finished watching the goddamn UFC 319 countdown. And I'm telling you right now, I have not been more exciting for a goddamn fight in my life in such a long time. I mean, come on. In my life, I mean, that's pretty hard to say. But Khamzat Chimaev versus DDP, my friends, for the middleweight championship bout of the world is such an exciting fight. Man, I was sitting down watching UFC 319 countdown, tripping out on all the background music, all the hype, the storylines between both fighters. And man, UFC 319 countdown, the countdown shows that the UFC throws on. If you're a boxing fan and you ain't into them, please go watch them, man. They remind me of 24/7 all-access shows that they used to put on back in the days for boxing, which were absolutely amazing. Anytime Pacquiao fought, anytime Floyd Mayweather fought, the background music that they would be putting on while Pacquiao would be releasing his combos, boom, 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 and they would be talking about the country, this and that. It was absolutely an amazing show. After watching UFC 319 countdown, my friends, I could not be more excited. It's Sunday night. I can't wait to go to bed tonight and count down the days until we get to Khamzat Chimaev, Dricus Du Plessis in an absolute war where, you know, both fighters are coming to represent their countries and put it all on the line, my friends. Yo, if you're as excited as me, leave a goddamn comment. This is the MMA Boxing Addicts channel. And you guys, in a couple of hours, you know, they're going to be releasing boxing cards. Topps Chrome is dropping boxing cards the first time in 1951, which is like 76 years or something like that. As a fan, as a guy who's been into boxing cards his whole goddamn life, my friends. I mean, I got boxes and boxes for days. Yo, couldn't be more hyped, man. Let's go.